If you're in the GTA like me, you've probably started seeing Model 3s all over the place, and luckily I have my invitation to configure, but I've decided to hold off for a little bit, and I'm going to walk you guys through why I've decided to hold off, and a lot of that has to do with the cost of the car. I encourage you to go and check these out at the Yorkdale Mall or in the Oakville or in the other locations where Tesla has its office, where they actually have the Model 3, and kind of feel the car out and see what it's all about. They don't do test drives just yet, but at least you can sit in it and play around with it and feel the materials of the car and really see what your money's going towards. So let's get started. Now, I placed my reservation on pretty much day 2 when they announced the car back in April of 2016, and I had my invitation to configure a few weeks ago, but I've kind of been sitting on it. So you'll see right off the bat there is a long-range battery, which is 500 kilometers of range, which is amazing. Only problem is it costs about 12 grand, and that's a lot of money for a little bit extra mileage that I personally don't need for a daily drive. And you'll also notice that the premium upgrades are in here, which is an additional $6,600. So the car costs $63,000 at this stage. And if you wanted to get the base vehicle, which is supposed to be the 35K vehicle in the US, which translates to 45.6 in Canada, you'll get that in early 2019. And at that point, premium upgrades are optional. And if you wanted the dual motor variant, which gives you all-wheel drive, which is what I would prefer in Canada, you got to wait until probably early to mid 2019 if you want the base vehicle and all-wheel drive. But anyways, let's get started on this, and I'll give you guys an idea of what's on the road nowadays, because you don't really have any options besides the color and the wheels. So all these additional colors cost you about $1,300 Canadian, and as far as wheels go, you have the 18-inch Aero wheels, which in my opinion look pretty nice. But if you wanted to upgrade to the 19-inch sports wheels, you can do that. It's an additional 2 grand Canadian. The next page, focusing on battery and drivetrain, kind of outlines what I already said, in that you don't have the options just yet, but they'll be coming in early 2019 for the standard battery. So if, like me, you're waiting for the standard battery with all-wheel drive, you're probably going to be waiting until early 2019, roughly, or maybe if you're lucky, late 2018. Moving on to the next page, the interior shows you that you have the premium upgrade selected by default, and Tesla being Tesla, they don't really give you the options. You can't just get the winter package, for example, or just get the all-glass roof, and at this stage you can't really deselect the premium upgrades because you don't have that option. Moving along to autopilot, you'll notice that it's an additional $6,600 for the auto lane changing, auto steer, automatic parking, and summon features, which is pretty much all you need in this day and age. Full self-driving capability, which is an additional 4 grand, is not available due to bylaws. But let's say you go ahead with the enhanced autopilot, you can pay $6,600 now, or if you decide to get it later, you can pay $7,900 to get the upgrade after the delivery. So it's not like you can't get it later, but it's just going to cost you more. So now we're at the final payments page, and yeah, you see that number on the right side, the estimated loan payment? That's $743 per month on a finance for a 96-month term at 4.25%. And that's with $5,000 down. But then you look above, right underneath the price, and it says excluding sales tax. Now, for those of you outside of Ontario, we pay 13%. So I decided to plug all of these numbers into a car loan payment estimator, courtesy of Scotiabank, which I just Googled to find, and it gave me a much more in-depth breakdown where I can plug in the cost of the vehicle, the loan term, the interest rate, the taxes in my province, and yeah, it's a lot more than $743 per month. We're sitting at around $921 monthly or $425 bi-weekly, which is not cheap, and that's about $13,500 in interest you're paying over the course of the loan, which in a way I guess the rebate takes care of because it's a $14,000 rebate, but at the same time that is a lot of money to pay per month for a long time for a car that by the time you're done paying off will be out of date. I mean, think about the leaps and bounds by which we've improved the EV technology over the last couple of years since Tesla became mainstream. Think about what will happen by the time you're done paying off this car. So personally, I am waiting for a leasing option, or at least a much cheaper option, and we'll take it from there. So make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe for future videos on the Tesla Model 3 and other stuff. Thanks for watching.